We practice everything else except for pooping and farting. Welcome, Waddlers, to the Waddling After Dark, where kids are asleep, the questions are unhinged, and Google has officially been fired. Pregnant, partnered, postpartum, or just here for the chaos? Welcome.
We're answering real questions from real moms and real dads. No judgment, a lot of laughs, and just enough science to keep everyone alive.
We are not your doctor, but we are your internet parents. So welcome to the Waddling After Dark.
Number 1, does my baby drink her pee and poop? Yes, your baby does pee. It's totally normal. It is actually recycled because that is how it helps develop all the baby's organs. That's why they keep monitor of your amniotic fluid, because that shows that everything is going right. Poop? No, that is a sign of fetal distress. And when doctors go from calm to thunder roll, then you know something's going on. But that usually happens like later in pregnancy, like 39 to 40 weeks maybe.
Yeah. And last week we found out that babies can't fart in the womb. And that makes sense because they practice everything else, right? Except for pooping and farting. So there's that.
Why is the gross thing also the emergency thing?
That's a good question. What if my wife... Okay.
You told me to write them all down.
No, it's okay. No, I'm glad you did. Thank you for this one. Thank you. Number 2, what if my wife eats her fetus? First of all, call 911 if you think your wife's going to eat her fetus. But second of all, I think you're talking about the placenta, okay? So the placenta, not a fetus, okay? Some people encapsulate their placenta. In fact, I did. It's not really my thing. I didn't do it after the one time. I felt like it helped with that pregnancy, but the second time I did it, I literally wasted it. So when you do encapsulate your placenta, they say it helps with the hormone support, iron replenishment, mood balance, and milk supply, and it definitely did. In the pregnancy, I took it, what's the word? On routine, I guess. Well, if I took it as directed, I did feel all those things. Science is mixed on it, but it is your own DNA, not witchcraft. It says these moms. I'm these moms. I'm sorry.
Do you encapsulate it? I know there's people that actually like saute it up and eat it.
I just want to be so clear with it to my head. Never going to do that. I'm sorry. You guys who do that, you guys are like, I'm a little scared of you. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just a little scared.
Yeah. I never encapsulated my placenta, but I did store the cord blood in case I needed it for stem cells.
Well, that's smart. Why does the placenta talk make people lose all logic?
Yeah, definitely does.
It does. People go, and that's okay. We're not judging. I mean, heck, I tried it. And the second time I did it, I didn't feel like it did anything. I think it really just depends on the person. It also could have been a placebo effect, and who knows?
State of mind goes a long way with everything.
It does. Actually, that's like the biggest key in postpartum is state of mind.
Question number 3. What is lightning crotch? It is the most annoying thing you'll ever encounter.
It's awful.
So it's like a sharp zapping pain right in your pubic bone, and it can happen at any time. You'll be walking and all of a sudden you'll just get this pain. You're like, oh my God. It's
like somebody
normal.
stabbed a knife into you.
Yeah, it's completely normal. Your baby's hitting the nerves. But I will say, my doctor always told me that if it's consistent and it happens more than 5 times in an hour, call your doctor or go to labor and delivery, because sometimes that lightning crotch is actually contractions. So because depending on where
it's
your
the cervix,
yeah. So, because I remember when I went into my doctor, I was like, I was having lightning crotch pains. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, if you have more than 4 of that, go to the ER because it's contractions. I was like, why does pregnancy come with jump scares? Because if it didn't, it wouldn't be fun.
Does breastfeeding prevent pregnancy? No. Do you want to ask me how I know? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get pregnant.
Baby number 3?
I wasn't breastfeeding when I found out I was pregnant, but no. No, it does not. You can still ovulate while breastfeeding. In fact, for me personally, I always got my period back around I think 9 weeks. And I was breastfeeding. I breastfed my last until almost 8 months. And yeah, I had my period the whole time. Yeah, I would say no to that, dog. Why do Irish twins always start with confidence? They do.
I've got Irish triplets. And next year, you got your baby. Question number 5. Ice craving equals iron. Anything else? So low iron in pregnancy is common because you're pumping a lot more blood, or your body requires a lot more blood. So if you're feeling extra tired, bruising easily, or shortness of breath, that could be a sign of dehydration or stress. But I would also, if you have any of those symptoms, get them checked out for being anemic. Ice cravings aren't just always quirky. There's something that falls behind it, especially like there's also like when people like crave laundry detergent and dirt, there's also like a reason for it. I just can't remember
It's
why.
I
Like
remember
pica or
that
something
one.
like that. I think it's
Yeah,
pica.
it's a specific problem.
Yeah, but I mean, your body's craving it because it's like trying to get it, and so it's just a
Yeah.
weird craving. But I would any weird cravings like laundry detergent, dirt, chalk, I would definitely talk to your doctor because there's probably a reason why.
Or if you're eating pickles with peanut butter, it's fine.
That's actually
It's
really
just
good.
weird.
Yeah.
What?
Pickles
God,
and peanut
Alicia,
butter?
you are the weirdo.
Pickles and peanut butter. Oh my God. That was actually, I wasn't even pregnant when I tried that. My captain at the fire department had me try it. I was like, this is actually really good.
That feels crazy.
It was really
That's
good.
crazy. We're learning new things about each other today.
Why does pregnancy turn symptoms into riddles? Because we wouldn't have this podcast if it didn't.
Word number 6 is a pretty
This is
heavy
from Dad.
question.
Yeah, this one was from a dad.
Okay, I was like, if it's from Mom. Did I cause gestational diabetes? Yes, it's actually been proven. It seriously has been proven that it's like, well, okay, it's not like fully your fault, okay?
Gestational diabetes,
Okay,
all
no.
your fault. The fact
Yes,
that you
no.
have 4 boys and you still haven't gotten your girl, all your fault.
The fact that we have all girls, your fault. The placenta, you didn't cause it, okay?
Well,
I was just
the
kidding.
placenta causes it, but the placenta's dad's DNA, so.
Yeah. Anyways, the placenta causes it by messing with insulin, but yes, you're still like kind of to blame, especially like emotionally in her mind, she gets to blame you. So
Yeah, because when she can't have her Debbie snack cake, it is because of you.
why are husbands always guilty by proxy? To be fair, that was actually proven.
We have to find someone to blame.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Do we still need condoms? What about fraternal twins?
I feel like that's a fair question.
Yes. If you're with your same partner, I would say you don't need condoms because you're not going to get pregnant again. You wouldn't have like a 7-month pregnancy and then start all over. But and I don't want this to come off in a wrong way, but if you are single when you're pregnant, or if you hook up with a pregnant person, I would always say wear condoms because you're preventing STDs and anything that can be transferred to baby. So when they say wearing condoms during pregnancy, it's usually if you have multiple partners during pregnancy. I know it's like a weird thing, but it is heard of. And no, fraternal twins are not from extra sperm. It's 2 eggs and 2 sperms.
Yeah.
Why do men think sperm have superpowers?
Okay. Question number 8. Thanks a lot, Leash. Am I poking the baby's head during sex? So, no. Baby is protected by the cervix. Like, there's like a whole thing. Like, there's like this much between you and that child. Baby is protected by the cervix, uterus, fluid, vibes, just very far from that. Okay. You are not causing soft spots. Please be serious. Why do men overestimate themselves so confidently?
Stay off of Google.
Yeah.
Question number 9. Will I poop during birth? Yes. You'll also pee. You'll also puke. And you'll probably fart. You won't see it. It's nothing new to the staff. And half the time they don't even tell you that you did it because they're so good about sweeping it away and tossing it that you don't even know. The only
Don't
reason
ask
why
your partner. You don't need to know.
The only reason why you would know is if for some reason your partner goes, "Oh my God," and you're like, "What?" Like, but honestly,
I would have punched Josh.
Yeah, I don't even think my husband ever said anything. I think when he said, "Oh my God," it was because he was like, "I can't believe that head came out." Like because my husband was like, "I'm not going to look. I don't want to look." And then he wouldn't stop looking. And he's like, "Oh my God, there's a head." Like, I think they get so overwhelmed
Wrapped
with what's
up.
going. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think most people notice. I really don't.
Why do moms fear this more than labor itself?
It's kind of a fair thing to kind of fear, but like at the same time, like if you really think about it, like that's such a small space for the baby's head to squeeze through. Like it's like a toothpaste. Like you gotta but under a bowling ball. Okay, that's how you have to think of it. Like it's gonna roll everything.
I think the reason why people fear about it is because when it's your first pregnancy, our modesty factor is still very high. Like we don't even like to get undressed for our OB. And now you're saying that we're going to be spread eagle for the world and we're going to poop. Like I think it's just like that fear of like and being embarrassed. And then you have your first kid and you're like, modesty goes out the window. I don't care.
Yeah. It's like time, and they're like, "Can we bring students in?" And you're like, "Sure." And you're thinking like 1 or 2, and then 10 kids walk in the door, and you're like, "Oh, that's what you mean." Number 10, I'm nervous about my first OB appointment. Totally normal. Totally normal. Usually it's questions like they're just asking you family history and stuff, labs, maybe an ultrasound. It's just not a full body ambush. It's pretty chill, if I'm honest. It's kind of like you build it up in your head, but it's not that big of a deal. So you can ask questions, say no, bring support, or go at your own pace.
Sometimes you will get a pap smear depending on when your last one was. And sometimes they'll do like a full body, like physical, like they'll check your breast to see if there's lumps and stuff like that. But if you don't want to do it, you're allowed to deny that. Like, that's completely up to you. They're just doing it out of routine to make sure that nothing's out of the ordinary. But it's all part of it.
Yeah. Why does healthcare feel intimidating by default?
Number 11, I had postpartum depression before. Will it happen again? This is a question that I ask myself daily. The risk is higher, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Sometimes planning for it helps. So you can always talk to your doctor and try to maybe start therapy or medications if you need it, or your support systems or sleep better. There's really just no telling. I think it just depends on the pregnancy. I don't think anybody thinks that they're going to have postpartum depression and then it happens and we're just like, why did it happen? This was the happiest time of my life. I think if you just kind of be aware what postpartum is and you try to see the signs when it does happen and be honest with your doctor, be honest with your partner and your help. And I think it'll be easier to get through it. If you try to bottle it up, that's when it usually gets pretty bad.
Yeah. A lot of the time too, like depression and postpartum can really just be the nervous system freaking out because you just had a whole baby and like you just had a whole baby, but you go from like, okay, like I hurt myself, so I take care of myself. You go from that to I hurt myself, but now I have to take care of a whole human. And so like your nervous system's like really all over the place. And I would say
and you're sleep deprived and
that's the worst.
You're trying to get in your routine. It's just, why do we treat maternal mental health like a afterthought? I will say that I don't think so. I think that's all in our head. Yeah, I think that is an old school thought. I think that now people are more trying to help moms with that.
Yeah.
So just talk to your doctor. I think your doctor's going to be very well versed at helping you.
Agreed. Why did semaglutide make me fertile? Weight loss meds can improve insulin resistance, hormone balance, and ovulation, especially with PCOS. When your body finally went, oh, we're doing this now.
Keto babies too. When you go on the keto diet, you get very fertile too.
Yeah. Also maca root, which is like one of those things that help with like postpartum depression and stuff. That also makes you super fertile. In fact, like I think for people with like PCOS and like dads and stuff, they're having trouble getting pregnant, like they'll try maca root and it like also increases like sex drive and everything. So it makes you happy. Why does pregnancy show up when you stop asking? Listen, I've been asking myself that the last 2 babies, okay? No, I'm happy they're here, but I have been asking myself that.
Question 13. What do I do when I get home from the hospital? It's simple. Rest. You feed your baby. You heal. You let people visit. You don't let people visit. This is your time to heal and to establish a routine. You'll go to doctor's visits, public outings. That's going to be completely up to you. I personally did not take my kids out in public until they got their first set of vaccines. That was just my safety measure. But there's people that, they feel differently. The only thing I hold firm on, and I always tell everybody, if you're going to take them out in public or you're going to take them to family outings, be mindful of people trying to kiss your baby. I just think that's one thing that is not talked about enough because they don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
But you need to think about it this way. They're sick and they kiss your baby. They're not the ones taking care of your sick baby. You are.
Also, if they have a cold sore, they could really hurt your baby. But I just wanted to add to this because I feel like it's important information. And dads, if you're listening, I want you to hear this. So the first 12 weeks of your baby's life, nothing matters. The house doesn't matter. And listen, partners, I mean this in the best way. I truly do. But your partner doesn't matter. Your list of priorities is take a shower when you feel like it, eat the food that you feel like it, and take care of your baby and keep your baby alive. Those are the 3 rules. I don't know. It's something like that. And it's like, it's supposed to help with mental health. And that is the one thing. I've had 5 babies now. That was the one thing that truly helped my mental health, being like, okay, I'm still in the first 12 weeks of my baby's life. Like I felt like I should be back to life and back to like routine and back to all these things, but it's okay for you not to be. In fact, those first 12 weeks of your baby's life, nothing matters except for you taking care of your baby and taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself, mamas. Okay? Okay.
Why does everyone act like you just know this?
Yeah, you should know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Watch our episode on cryptic pregnancy. You'll know. You're just supposed to know.
You're supposed to know. What registry items do people forget? Gas drops, 10 out of 10. Gas drops and the little poop or the
Butt
little
whistles.
toot. Yes, the
Butt whistles.
Yes, it's the butt whistles. So gas drops, baby Tylenol, rectal thermometer, extra sheets, night lights. Not cute, but life-saving at 2 a.m. Literally life-saving. So I always get new moms gripe water and gas drops, and then I always get them a Halo sleep sack. Those things are lifesavers. They're my favorite.
Don't hospitals give you that at discharge now? A Halo
No,
sleep sack?
no, but they should.
Or maybe
My
it's a
favorite
swaddle. It was some kind of swaddle they gave you.
I got one from one hospital. I only got the one though. Like, I don't know if that's like a typical thing. I wouldn't be mad about it, but I hope they do because it's bomb.com. Anyways, why are the ugly items always the heroes? And they really are.
Question number 15. Are cats dangerous around babies? So this myth comes from people saying that when breastfed babies, they have that sweet milk smell in their mouth. And the myth is that the cat will smell it and they're trying to lick their face. And so they end up smothering the baby. I know a lot of people that have had cats with kids, and I don't think I've ever really heard that. Nobody's ever told me that concern. But also, don't leave your baby unsupervised. I don't think anybody really leaves their baby. Yeah, I don't think anybody would leave their baby unsupervised. I don't even leave them unsupervised with their siblings, like watching TV.
Yeah.
So I think it just comes with just watching your baby. But like I said, most cats are afraid of babies right away. Like they kind of, from my understanding, they kind of are skittish around anything new.
Yeah.
But I would not worry about it. If you have an animal, if you have a cat, you don't have to go get rid of it. Just watch your kids with your animals.
Yeah.
Why does the internet hate cats so much?
They do. Or they love them. It's either or. It's not anywhere in between. So number 6 tween. Number 6. Number 6 tween. Man, it's 11 o'clock, okay? It really is Waddlers After Dark. We're very tired. This is my bedtime. Anyways, is depression during pregnancy normal? Absolutely. It's totally normal. And it does not mean you're failing or doomed postpartum. It doesn't. Pregnancy is hormonal, emotional, and life-altering. You deserve support now, not later. So take care of yourself, okay? Why are moms expected to suffer quietly? That is the dang truth. I feel like you are. I felt like I always was. At least that's just
And
me
it kind of feels like the ones that are the most judgmental are moms themselves. Like,
yeah.
They want to call people dramatic, or they want to tell them like it's not that bad, versus actually listening to somebody reaching out for help.
Right.
I feel like if you have somebody in your corner that's making you feel that way, then they're not a good person to have in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
Our job is to sit there and boost each other up and help each other out, not tear each other down because it was easy for you and not easy for them.
Agreed.
Question number 17. What if I eat something on the do not eat list? One bite is not catastrophic. The risk is the frequency and food safety, not perfection. Most of the things that they're saying that they don't want you to eat is they're just worried about some kind of bacteria buildup. It's usually with raw fish or food that's been left out, or
Yeah.
I mean, if you even read the list, it will tell you don't eat hot dogs. But when you look more into it, it says don't eat hot dogs that are sold at a fair or on the street.
Mhm.
So it's just the bacteria.
Yeah, it's like things like that.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's moderation is key with literally anything. So
Yeah. I mean, like I've said it before, I had a deli sandwich all the time when I was pregnant. My baby turned out fine. So
mine too.
it's listeria is what they're worried about, and that's bacteria from food sitting out. You can get bacteria from just leaving mayonnaise out too long. Why is pregnancy advice always fueled by panic?
It's true. Okay. If this helps, share it.
If this made you laugh, share it louder. And keep asking questions. The last 3 episodes have been all questions asked from you guys, and we are loving it. The more feral, the better.
Yeah.
Like I've said to all of my clients, it's your question. So no matter what it is, I'm not embarrassed to ask it. I will ask it for you. And usually I'll give them to Kristian because I know that she'll giggle or she'll blush. I already see the questions. They get asked to me personally, and then I show them to Kristian.
Yeah. And I like to keep it authentic. So I like to see them like last minute. But I will say, if you guys are watching these and you're not liking and subscribing, and commenting. What are you doing?
Yeah, I thought we were friends.
Let's be friends.
Let's be besties, but
Forever.
not my bestie. Like, you can't take her, but you can.
That's
you
my
can come
best
along.
friend.
You can come along though.
Yeah, we can be friends. Hot Moms Club.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you after dark.